This is the danger no one talks about. Passive men create vulnerable homes. Timothy chapter 2 verse 14 says, "And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression." When most people think about the fall of mankind, they think about Eve taking the fruit. But look closer. Where was Adam? He was there, silent, watching, passive. The first great failure of mankind in Scripture was not aggression, it was passivity. Adam failed to protect, failed to lead, failed to speak, and the consequences reached far beyond himself. Many men think doing nothing is harmless. It isn't. Passivity always creates a vacuum. And whenever there's a vacuum of leadership, something else will fill it. The question is not whether your home is being led. The question is, who's leading it? Listen, silence is never neutral. In Proverbs chapter 31 verse 9 it says, "Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy." Many men convince themselves that staying quiet keeps the peace. But silence does not always create peace. Sometimes silence creates permission. When truth needs to be spoken and a man remains silent, confusion grows. When correction is needed and a man avoids it, problems multiply. When leadership is required and a man withdraws, disorder follows. The enemy loves passive men because passive men surrender ground without a fight. A silent father often produces confused children. A silent husband often creates uncertainty in the home. A silent believer often allows compromise to spread without being checked. God never called men to be harsh, but he never called them to disappear either. Leadership requires a voice. Every home has a leadership vacuum in some form or fashion. Proverbs 29 and 18 says, "Where there's no vision, the people perish." Every family follows something. If there's no godly direction, culture provides direction. If there's no spiritual leadership, entertainment becomes the teacher. If there's no biblical foundation, social media becomes the authority. The world is constantly disciplining your family through screens, through influencers, through friends, through culture, through entertainment. If a man is absent spiritually, emotionally, or mentally, he leaves an opening. And openings never stay empty. Something always fills the gap. The choice is simple. Will your family be shaped by God's truth or by the world's opinion? Men, your presence matters more than you think. Corinthians 16 and 13 says, "Be watchful, stand firm in the faith, act like men, be strong." Many men think leadership is simply providing financially, but leadership is much bigger than a paycheck. Your family needs your presence, your encouragement, your guidance, your prayers, your example. A father who is physically present but emotionally absent still leaves a gap. A husband who is home but disengaged still creates vulnerability. Children notices who gets your attention. Your wife notices where your priorities are. Your family notices what matters to you. The strongest men are not merely providers, they are present, because presence communicates value, and people become strong when they know they are valued. Step up before something else does. Joshua chapter 1 verse 9 says, "Be strong and of a good courage." Your family does not need a perfect man. They need a present man, a praying man, a courageous man, a man willing to step forward when leadership is required. The enemy is not waiting. Culture is not waiting. The world is not waiting. Every day, something is trying to shape your home. The question is whether you will take responsibility for the role God has given you. Maybe you've been passive. Maybe you've avoided hard conversations. Maybe you've allowed distractions to replace leadership. Today is a good day to change that. This week, pray with your family. Open scripture in your home. Start one meaningful conversation. Lead one spiritual moment. Take one step, because passivity creates risk, but courage creates strength. Step up, speak up, show up. If this message spoke to you, like it, share it with a Christian brother, and subscribe. We're building men who don't just hear the word, we live it. Stay disciplined, stay obedient, stay with God.